Some actors leave behind unforgettable performances. Others leave behind something even greater, the people they inspire. For Viggo Mortensen, Christopher Lee wasn't just a legendary co-star in The Lord of the Rings. He became a living example of what true dedication, wisdom, and authenticity really looked like. By the time Viggo Mortensen joined The Lord of the Rings, he had already spent years building a career the hard way. Born in New York in 1958, he grew up across several countries, including Argentina, where he became fluent in Spanish. His early acting career was filled with small roles, low-budget films, and constant struggles. Yet one thing never changed. He gave every performance everything he had, whether anyone noticed or not. That relentless commitment eventually led him to the role that changed his life forever, Aragorn. Interestingly, Viggo almost turned it down because it meant spending months away from his young son. But his son, a devoted fan of Tolkien's books, convinced him to take the opportunity. Looking back, it became one of the most important decisions of his career. Once filming began in New Zealand, Viggo immersed himself completely in the role. He trained endlessly with a real steel sword instead of lightweight props, mastered horseback riding, and even bought the horse he rode after production ended because of the bond they had formed. His dedication impressed everyone on set, but there was one person whose respect mattered more than anyone else's: Sir Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee was unlike anyone Viggo had ever met. Long before becoming Saruman, Dracula, or countless other iconic characters, Lee had lived an extraordinary real-life adventure. He served during World War II, spoke several languages, had personally met J.R.R. Tolkien, and had spent decades studying history, mythology, and literature. He wasn't simply acting in Tolkien's world. He understood where it came from. That shared passion quickly created a friendship between the two men. While many cast members relaxed between scenes, Viggo and Christopher often spent their breaks discussing ancient myths, European history, and languages they both loved. Their conversations went far beyond Hollywood. They were built on genuine curiosity and mutual respect. One unforgettable moment perfectly captured why Christopher Lee earned such admiration. During the filming of Saruman's death scene, director Peter Jackson suggested adding a dramatic scream after the character was stabbed. Lee calmly explained that someone stabbed from behind doesn't scream the way movies usually portray. Having experienced the realities of war firsthand, he knew exactly what such a moment sounded like. Jackson immediately trusted his judgment and changed the scene. For Viggo, witnessing that exchange was unforgettable. It wasn't just about realism, it was about truth. Christopher Lee carried real-life experiences that no acting school could ever teach, and he used those experiences to make every performance more honest. Despite his intimidating screen presence, Lee also had a wonderfully creative spirit. He loved music, recorded heavy metal albums in his later years, and remained endlessly curious about art and history. Viggo recognized a fellow artist who cared more about meaningful work than fame or recognition. After The Lord of the Rings, Viggo could have chosen an easy path by accepting blockbuster roles one after another. Instead, he followed the example Christopher Lee had quietly set. He selected challenging projects like A History of Violence, Eastern Promises, Captain Fantastic, and Green Book, always choosing substance over comfort. His performances earned multiple Academy Award nominations, but more importantly, they reflected the same commitment to honesty that Lee had demonstrated years earlier. Today, at 67, when Viggo Mortensen reflects on his career, he rarely talks about awards or celebrity. Instead, he remembers Christopher Lee, the man who proved that true greatness isn't measured by fame, but by integrity, knowledge, humility, and the willingness to share those qualities with others. Sometimes the greatest lessons don't come from speeches or advice. They come from watching someone quietly live by their principles every single day. Christopher Lee left that kind of legacy, and through Viggo Mortensen's words, it's clear that influence still lives on. If you enjoyed this story and want more fascinating Hollywood stories, hidden truths, and unforgettable celebrity journeys, be sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin. Give this video a like, and let us know in the comments which Hollywood friendship or mentorship has inspired you the most.